Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph, and in today's video we talk about what would I do if I would have to restart in IT, or if I would have the opportunity to go back and start again in IT. Just to recall, I'm currently a help desk manager for a global company. I manage the global help desk. I've worked in almost any capacity in information technology. I started in tech support, system administration, systems engineering, architecture, virtualization, storage administration, a lot of things. So I've been in quite some areas of IT. I've worked in different industry. I've worked in software development for Wall Street, so finance industry, healthcare, project management and engineering, really building large projects. I worked for a SaaS provider, and I worked again for another software developer. So I've been in different industries and different roles. And overall, I feel I have a very good background that would help me to really make that decision. If I would have to start over, where would I go? What would I do? So for one thing really is I got into IT about 21 years ago, and I would absolutely do it again. I really enjoy working with computers. It turned into my passion. It pays well. I met a lot of great people. So overall, it has been a very rewarding career, and from that perspective, I highly recommend, if you're interested in that, information technology is worth looking at. So if I would have to start over, where would I go? I think there are two areas that I would be looking at. So for one, I would be looking at information security. It's simply an area that will not go away. There are so many different challenges and technologies in that area. You will never be bored. There's so much room for growth from a career perspective. There are different areas in information security where you can change the direction of your career slightly and still stay in information security. So let's say you could be an information security specialist. You manage software applications, firewall, you review log files, you manage incidents. If something happens, you run security campaigns internally for the company. So quite a few things there, but you could go and you can turn into an auditor, and you audit information security configurations and setups for companies, or do gap assessments where you go into a third-party company and you review their information security settings and what they have deployed and what they think they have deployed, and you compare it to industry standards, and then give them a list of recommendations of what they should do to improve their level of information security. Or you could go into the manager track and become an information security manager, director, senior director, and so on, all the way up to the CISO, Chief Information Security Officer. So there's a lot of responsibility in that area, and it's a very interesting career track. You can go into the design area and design information security systems. You can go into the development of these systems. So there's so much where you can go, and information security is simply everywhere. I mean, think about email phishing, ransomware, viruses, hacking attacks from China, from Russia, from other countries, North Korea, Iran. All these things really, companies need protection. And it's not just simply deploying a software or a hardware device, hardware appliance, and that's it. No, these systems need to be maintained. Somebody needs to review the systems. You need to respond to attacks that you are seeing. You need to whitelist or blacklist IP addresses or countries. Your users might be traveling into other countries, and you might have to develop the right system so that if you go to China, that your laptop is protected. China does not allow certain technologies. You cannot use like a VPN client. So there are so many different things. It's an amazing area to work in it. And information security would definitely be one I would be interested in. I'm also personally a sucker for learning. I like to learn new technologies. I've always been at the forefront of new technologies. I jump on those quickly. And information security is one of those fast-moving areas of information technology. So it really comes and plays nicely with my own mindset and how I like to work in IT. So second area I would be looking at is software development. I've worked in many software development areas. I've worked with software developers. I helped designing systems and really had close connection to the software developers, see what they do, see how they work, learn a little coding along the way. So I've done that, but I never really took it to the next level where I would say I could be a software developer. The reason why I am personally interested in software development is simply it's a skill where you can really design something very, very interesting. And I mean, it could be just something easy, and I put easy in quotes, it's not easy. Like a software application to take screenshots from a computer. Or you can go into more complicated stuff and develop a graphics engine that takes advantage of certain technology pieces of a graphics card. And that could help with like video games, where you develop the engine that drives and powers a video game, or you write software that does stock data analysis and helps you to identify trends or find the next Amazon or Netflix or Tesla stock due to the algorithms that you develop. So there are so many different areas, and that's something for me that I really find extremely interesting, and it's challenging, but also really you have to, again, be at the forefront of technology. I mean, if you look at companies like Amazon, they're using AI, artificial intelligence, to be way ahead of Walmart and other retailers, and it's just amazing what they do with technology. So those things interest me a lot, and being a software developer lets you play in that area. So I've seen enough of software development that I would be interested. At this point in my age, in my career, it's a very different step to would have to go back and change that. But if I would be 20 years ago and let's say 30 and I would have to make that decision, or 25, it would definitely be an area where I would say that is something that is of interest for me. So those two areas are really, if I would have to start over again, that's where I would go. Do I regret working in the area where I worked in the past or where I am today? No, absolutely not. It's a great way to work in information technology. So I hope this video, you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also click on the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload a new video. I upload videos usually weekly. And yeah, if you have any comments, please leave them down below. I'm always happy to respond, and let's have a good discussion there. Thank you again for visiting and for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.